Welcome guys to the video. Today I'm going to be showing you my body weight hip mobility circuit. And essentially you can do as many rounds as you want, but anywhere between 2 to 4 rounds would be a sort of really good marker for you. So the first exercise that we have is a couch stretch. So essentially getting the hip flexor here and a little bit of ankle and thoracic as well. We're going to set up our foot on the wall here. So how far your knee is out is dependent on your hip flexor mobility. So setting up the foot on the wall with the knee on the floor. And from here, I'm thinking about tucking my pelvis under and extending my hip. I don't want to be sort of poked back here. So if I need to make this a little bit easier, I bring this further out. And so we're going to hold this position for 45 seconds here, guys. So I'll do this, keeping that hip extended here, and I should really feel that hip flexor. And so I'll do that both sides. After you've done that both sides, we're going to look at getting the back of the legs, the hamstrings, and the muscles behind the knee. And so we're going to do an elephant walk. So with an elephant walk, you can start your hands as far out as you need here. But essentially, we're extending one leg at a time. And I'm going to do 30 reps. And so if this feels really comfortable, I can slide these hands back. I can do it here. Keep going, really locking that knee out. I want to feel that quad here. We don't want to sort of go half range. We really want to get into that locked out position. As I get more and more comfortable, I can get closer and closer until essentially I'm in that full pike position. So just one knee at a time, keep the other leg relaxed. And as soon as I've done that, I'll flip around, do my 30 reps of this leg. After that, we're going to look to target the outside of the hips. So we're going to do a piriformis push-up. So setting up with this, I've got one leg here at a 90-degree angle and the other at a 90-degree angle too. What I'm doing is controlling my chest down, using my hands for assistance, and then pushing back up. We want to use our hands the least amount as possible to get through this full push-up. It's just there for a little bit of assistance for balance. So I'm going to do 20 reps, trying to touch my chest to my shin. And so here, I want to try and keep my back as straight as possible. If you can keep really flexed throughout, that's awesome. But like you can see, I'm not at that point yet. So a little bit of flexion's okay to get you through that range. If you want to make this a little bit harder as well, we start straightening out that knee further and further till we're in a full pigeon position. We can do it from here. And so look the same on this side, in my sort of 90-90 pretzel position, trying to touch that chest down, using that little bit of assistance. All right, and so after you've done your 20 reps of that, our last one is a standing straddle good morning. So feet as wide as you can to perform this exercise. If you go too wide, you might not have the mobility for it yet. Essentially here, turning the toes out, the further the toes turned out, the harder it is too. I'm going to keep the legs fairly locked out, and I'm trying to get my chest as far down as possible. We can aim for elbows to floor. You can aim for head to floor. Maybe it's just getting the hands to floor. And so if you're really weak with this to start off, you can start by using assistance. So as you get further down, put those arms there, help you get through that range. So a little bit wider, a bit more stretch on those adductors here. Just like this. And so I like to do anywhere between 10 to 15 reps of that. You can even do 20 if you'd like, but that's up to personal preference, how much load you can handle. If that feels really, really hard though, we can just do a floor pancake variation. So nice and wide with the feet, reaching forward, coming back. So that would be instead of our standing straddle good morning. So those are our 4 exercises. We've got the couch stretch on the wall. We've got our elephant walk with our hands on the floor. We've got our piriformis push-up like this. And we've got our straddle, either standing or on the floor, whatever you can handle. And so, yeah, anywhere from 2 to 4 rounds of that is just great. All right, I'll speak to you guys in the next video.